Behind the Shades.
I have been equipping Christian women for well over 20 years to equip them to communicate in a way that aligns with their values as a coach, speaker, and trainer with For Better Forever, which I co-founded with my beloved husband, Malus. Yes, and I've been a certified John Maxwell coach, speaker, and trainer for about 6 years now. So I train, I coach, I speak in the areas of communication, leadership, relationships, mindset, and personal growth. Love personal growth. And so I've trained couples, teaching them to communicate and teaching them conflict resolution skills. I've been teaching young people and students. I have a program called How to Avoid Falling for a Jerk, which was written by Dr. John Van App. It's a fantastic program. So shout out to Dr. John. It's all based on attachment theory, and it's a powerful program. And I've taught values-based leadership skills to students in Paraguay with John Maxwell himself. And I've been teaching and training addicts in recovery in our local jail and in a home for addiction recovery. And we've been teaching them personal growth programs through the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And I have a membership for Christian women called the Sisterhood Journey Membership. And we focus on the 4 lanes of communication there: God talk, self-talk, people talk, and leadership talk. So yes, and fun fact, Malus and I have been married for 42 years. Yay!
Congratulations, 42 years. Wow.
42 years this summer. I don't know where the time goes. I'm sounding old too, Terrain. But we have 5 adult children. Each of them are married, and we have 11 amazing grandchildren.
Wow, that's amazing. I remember I remember watching an interview where someone gave praise to their grandmother. And the reason why they did that is similar to what you mentioned. Like, you have this woman who's been able to spread life through these people, and then through her children spread life. And the reason I mention this is because you mentioned you have 11 grandchildren. This person said that, look at this woman, this grandmother in this room. And there's a room about 50 people. She's like, 49 of these people came through that one woman. Right? So when you mention your 11 grandchildren, you mention your children, you mention everything that you do in 42 beautiful years. How do you feel saying that myself and my husband have created this 2 generations of people? How does that feel?
Oh my goodness, Terrain. That's why we call ourselves For Better Forever, because I truly believe that the changes that my husband and I have made on the personal growth program that we've been on ourselves, it has changed the way we, not only our marriage, but it changed our children. And I believe that passes down to the next generation and the next generation. And so I just think there's so much hope there. And each one of us impacts a circle of people, and that just keeps getting wider and wider. And I wanted to cry when you said that, Terrain, because it's so important to me to recognize that I stand on the shoulders of people who've impacted me, and they're going to stand on my shoulders too. And that's very exciting to me.
It's like when you look up at the pyramid and you see that focal point, and there's Anne, but then coming down, you see all these amazing creations. You see this foundation, you see this beauty, but you remember that even though all of this beauty is eye level, when you look up, that is the person that has created it. So you should feel truly blessed, because I feel that that is absolutely amazing. And you mentioned personal growth. So speak on personal growth and how that is beneficial to those listening today.
Absolutely. I needed to be on a personal growth journey. I didn't know how much I needed it, but part of the reason why I do what I do is because we struggled in our marriage. And it was a very pivotal conversation that my husband and I had, where I said to him, I can't do this anymore. And We were on a date, Rain. We were sitting in our farm truck outside our favorite restaurant. And I said to him, I can't do this anymore. We just keep going around and around the same old thing. We don't resolve anything. And I'm so hurt and I'm so tired. And that night it landed in a better way for him. And he listened to me, and the most amazing thing happened. He shared his unhappiness with me, and I hadn't heard it in a very long time. We had 5 kids in 6 years. I'm just going to let that land for a minute. And then he was working on the farm, new to farming, and there were challenges there, but we didn't know how to communicate what was really happening inside of us. And we didn't know how to conflict. We both hated conflict. And so we needed to hop on a personal growth journey. We decided that very night that we would get the help that we needed in order to get better together. And we had so much to learn, and we needed that personal growth journey in order to learn individually how to be better, how to be happier within ourselves, but then how to communicate conversations to help understand one another better. And these pivotal conversations are exactly what I help our women to know how to communicate in a healthy way. And I know that it's hard to have these pivotal conversations, but this was a whole new journey for me. I needed to learn how to speak, how to have healthy conflict. I didn't think that conflict was a good thing in relationship or marriage, but that was one of the very first lessons that we learned from Dr. Gary Smalley, and that is that conflict is the doorway to intimacy, and intimacy as into me, you see. And so when we can conflict in healthy ways, I believe that I not only get to see inside my husband or inside the people that I'm conflicting with, my children, my grandchildren, I get to see a part of me as well. And that's a big part of personal growth, is that new awareness every day about who I am, what triggers me, what's important to me, what I truly value, what I think, the beliefs that aren't serving me and the beliefs that are serving me. And it's all a part of our story, this personal growth journey that we started on to learn how to communicate more effectively, to have these pivotal conversations that actually changed our life and our marriage and our family.